Hello everybody, thanks for joining me. Okay, I want to make a nice manly gift bag today. I've got a birthday coming up, so I need a bag for it. My bag, I want it to be 4 inches wide and 1.5 inches thick so that I can get my present into it. So, lovely, really manly. I love this paper. This is the name escapes me. Come Sail Away Designer Series paper, full of really lovely manly paper. You've got really, especially if you have boaters, anyone that loves boats in your family, this is going to be a big hit. It is so nice. So it's double-sided, maps, compasses, boats, ropes. It's all really nautical and ever so pretty. This is gorgeous, really real vintage feel to it as well. I'm really loving it. Loving this paper. So mind you, I love all pattern paper. I'm terrible. Every paper I get hold of, I just want to just stroke it all day. So it's got real lovely boats and stripes, so you can make all sorts of projects. Fantastic for cards. So these are fabulous. What else have we got? Oh, we've got stripes. Well, I keep forgetting my words today. It's terrible. Lighthouses, that's the word I was looking for. Lighthouses and more stripes, but it has a real lovely nautical theme to them, and I've got so many projects in my head that I'm going to use this paper for. But so let me get on with this one. This is what I've chosen for my gift bag, so I'm just going to check. Yes, you can see where I am scoring. Wonderful, it's a good start. So I'm going to score 4 inches with your paper. This is from the top, having your paper up the right way. So 4 inches, 5.5 inches, 9.5 inches, and again at 11 inches. So that was 4, 5.5, 9.5 and 11 inches. Now I want you to turn your paper so that the bottom of your paper is on your scoreboard, so you can score the bottom section at 1.5 inches, and then come to the very top of your paper, score at 11. We're going to make a fold over top of the bag. Okay, so I'm going to now pull my score tool out the way. And grab my bone folder, which is right there. Okay, so I'm going to just burnish these lines, top and the bottom, and then let's burnish the side lines. 1, 2, 3 and 4, just like so. Okay, so I'm hoping you'll sort of see where my lines are. So it's like that. Okay, so we're just going to use some snips now just to cut the bottom on these scored lines, just up to that first score line. So this is the bottom of my paper, so this will be the base of my bag. I can't see my score line. Can I see it better on that side? Yes, I can. There we go. Apologise if I've gone out of shot and if you can see my head, but I can't see very well where I have scored on this paper. There we go. 2, 3 and 4. Now this is the side that we're going to turn into a flap to glue down. So we can lose this, don't go straight, go slightly at an angle and just bring it across to that where you've cut up to your flap, okay? So that this angle, it just tucks in nice and neat. We're going to take off the very top of this little edge here. There we go. Get that out of the way. So you should have something that looks like this so far, okay? Now down the bottom here, I'm just going to take my little wedges out of the bottom just to make it easier and neater when we glue it all together. Don't have to, but I find it just makes it tidier. I like a tidy project. Like that. Put it away. Slip that one up there. Did I miss this edge? Yes, I have missed this edge. There we go. And just up there. So that's literally just up to, if I do it like that you can see better. We fold them over so you can see it compared to the other colour. Can you see how they've just got the little triangle wedges taken out? This just makes it easier when you're sticking it all together. It looks much tidier and neater. Okay, now for the top, we scored that line at the top there. I'm going to have it fold over. So I'm going to have, this is going to be the back of my bag and this will be the front of my bag. Okay, so I just want this back section that's on this flap here to stay here. So I'm going to just flip it upside down and I'm going to just snip a straight line to that score line that we made. Okay, and now I'm going to keep that there. I want that to stay there. This one here, I went and did the line, didn't I? But I need to cut that. So we're going to take this, all this section off. We don't need this section anymore. Let me just see if I can see where that line is. I think I'm going to do it like that so I can see where my line is. Try and get a straight line. Oh dear. Just up to there. And then this is the glue flap on the end, so I'm just going to snip that wedge back into that. There we go. So that can be popped to one side. I might be able to make something with that. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Okay, we want to run glue along your glue tab. Okay, apologise for all the trains going past, they're very loud. There's people working on the lines at the moment, so as they go past they're sounding their horn, but I'm afraid that's for their safety, so I can't, it's not something I have control over. I hope you can hear me over it. I'm always saying, I think every video I must say about the noise, I do apologise. I live in a very noisy area. So let's see if we can get this lined up. So line that up nice and straight. Sorry if my head's in the way. And I'm just going to do that with my fingers and then use my bone folder, get a lovely smooth edge, wipe away any adhesive that pops out, and then we have the start of our box. Now we're going to do the bottom flaps. So flapping the sides. Glue everywhere. Oh my days, I'm terrible when it comes to liquid glue. I get glue everywhere. So let's get some glue on these side flaps. Makes it nice and strong if they're glued. Now I want to glue the back one. So this is, we know that this is coming from the back, so this here is our back flap. So I'm just going to line that up, straight line with the back of the bag so that you know that your bag is square. Okay, and then we'll chuck some glue on this flap here and bring that over, and then nice and straight with this line, and then your bag should be nice and square. When you turn it back over again, it should be perfect. Now I'm just going to grab my ruler, my nice long ruler, just so that I can poke it in there, make sure that the bottom is glued down. Yes, just like that. I'm just making sure, give it a poke, and it glues it down. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, by eye, if you can see this, let me fold that top flap back so that you can see this. I'm just, by eye, folding those sides in and pinching. Just do that, and so that the sides just learn to take the shape. I didn't want a score line. I don't like to have score lines all the way down. I just want the top bit to pinch in like that, so that it just makes it nice and tidy. So when that flap comes over, it's nice and tidy like that, see? So now with this top flap, I'm just going to take the corner, I'm going to use a corner rounder just to take these corners off. You don't have to, some people like square. I just want to take the corner off and just give it a nice finished edge. So I'm going to use my lovely trusty detailed trio punch, and as you can see, it's got a hole, it's got a pretty flower pattern and a corner rounder. These are to pop in. You can use that one, is ideal for putting on the flat, and then these ones are corner ones. So as we're not going girly, I'm not going to use the flower one. I am going to use the corner rounder just to nibble that off. One, and that in. Two. Nice and, oh, it would help if I get it actually in straight into the punch, wouldn't it? I'm sure. There we go, that's better. Right. I've got glue on my fingers, I'm all sticky. So lovely, just like that, flap down. Now I want to punch a hole in the centre of there, but I'm going to use this punch. Let's go get it really level. You see how you can get it nice and level, and the hole punch is right up the top there, so you should be able to, I think that's level, go through all of the cardstock at once and then pop my ribbon through there. So I'm going to pop some string through. Now I've got this really fun string, and I'm going to pop a little, I've got glue, I've got hair stuck to my fingers. Oh my goodness, I really dislike wet glue. Gluey fingers, picking up everything. I do apologise. Right. Oh, it's going to be one of those days. These are fun little trinkets to match the cardstock. So let's pop that through so that can hang down. And what I'm going to do is just have it so that it hangs. I don't want it so long. That's about like that. So let's snip that off. And in a minute I'm going to feed that through. I'm going to do a tag to go on my bag. Nice little gift tag. Let's just have a tidy up. I've got a messy desk. So I'm going to bring in Sailing Home Cling Stamp Set. It very much matches, as you can see. It's got all of the it's part of the matching suite. So we have the stamp set, the dies, the DSP, and then it all matches in. This is the colour that matches the colour here. So this is Balmy Blue. We have Balmy Blue and Night of Navy colour in Stampin' Up colours in this cardstock, so in this designer series paper. So I'm going to go with the light colour, and I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy, which will match the dark colour. I'm going to do the anchor, which I haven't used yet. Let's get that out. I need a stamp block, don't I? Let me get a stamp block out. stamp block. There we go, a stamp block, and that's all. I think I might I'm going to just keep it really simple and have the anchor on there. So I'm going to stamp this, and I think I will use my tag topper punch. So I'm just going to remember, I think this takes the widest, yes, 2 inches for the widest tag. So yeah, I'm going to cut that first. Let's get in my trimmer, and I'm going to cut my tag to size so that I know where I am stamping. Let's just line that up. There we go. Grab a soft surface just to stamp on, and let's do the tag top. So I like to just turn it over so that I can see that I'm all lined up and look nice and tidy. There we go. Okay, so I've punched the top of my tag, which is going to look really lovely on there. I quite like it, that length actually. I'm going to stamp all the way down it. So let me just get the scrap piece of paper. I'm sure I had some scrap paper here somewhere. Bear with me a second. There it is. I've wedged it underneath my laptop. Let me get my stamp pad out. Oh, that'll do. Right. Fiddling around in the background, I do apologise. Okay. Always apologising to you guys. Right. Let's ink up that one. Let's make sure we get him nice and inky. Let me just test that. Because it's a new stamp, I just like to make sure that we have got it going just right. So, 1. How fab does that look already? There we go, just like so. I'm quite pleased with that. I think that looks wicked. Right, and I'm also going to just ink the sides. So let me just pop that to one side and let me get a finger daub out. I'm so unprepared today. So I've got a finger dauber. Let's make this a bit more weathered looking. So just literally just flick the ink, daub it around the edges, and really age this cardstock up, make it look a lot older, a bit more boaty. Just keep going until you feel that you have covered it enough. I like that. That looks really good. I'm just going to get the other side done so that when I write my note on it, it looks just like the other side. These finger daubers are fantastic for doing this. You've got so much more control over it than you have with a big blending brush or blending tool. You can just control it. There we go. There. I'm loving that. Okay. So let's just pop my ink pad away back home so that it's nice and tidy. I'll get rid of this. Okay. Close the top of my bag. I'm going to do that. What I want to do is just get it lined up. I can probably just flip it around and leave it hanging like a boat rope, just like so. I'm loving that. I hope you like it. That's going to look so good with the gift that I've bought. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did making it. I'd love to see what you make. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.